Now, elections, of course, cost money and funds fuel political campaigns, not just in India, but across the world. And as the presidential race to power heats up in the United States, poor funding has made former Vice President and Republican Mike Pence suspend his own presidential campaign. Listen in.
You know, we always knew this would be an uphill battle, but I have no regrets. The only thing that would have been harder than coming up short would have been if we'd never tried at all. Now, to the American people, I say this is not my time, but it's still your time. I urge you to hold fast to what matters most: faith, family, and the Constitution of the United States of America.
Trouble had been brewing for Mike Pence ever since he announced his presidential bid in June. A campaign finance report filed by Pence earlier this month, in fact, painted a very dismal picture of accumulated funds. The former Indiana governor had only managed to raise a little less than $1.2 million in the current quarter. More worrying for Pence was a $600,000 accumulated debt. Let's just take a quick look at the amount of campaign funding that has been raised by other Republican candidates, including GOP frontrunner Donald Trump. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has said his fundraising committee accumulated $35 million in the second quarter. The Florida Governor Ron DeSantis managed to raise over $20 million, while former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley's camp got together a grand total of $7.3 million. Meanwhile, Senator Tim Scott has said that his campaign managed to rake in $6.1 million. You can already see the difference. And this is in comparison to his rivals. Mike Pence managed to raise just $1.2 million. Now, the quantum of funds clearly indicating that Pence could not swing a substantial percentage of the Republican votes. And analysts point fingers towards the fairly public fallout between Pence and Trump during the January 6, 2021 Capitol Hill riots. The then Republican vice president had resisted Trump's orders to reject President Joe Biden's Electoral College victory. The pressure resulted in pro-Trump supporters rioting at Capitol Hill. A section of the mob had also raised anti-Mike Pence chants. 2.5 years later, it seems that Mike Pence has not quite been able to reason with hard-lined Trump supporters. His middle-class financial standing has further dented the chances of the once GOP strongman in carrying on with his presidential campaign. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.